Hey, how are you? Oh my gosh, I know your name. Lena? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. How are you? Tell me your name. I know it's with an A. Hi, Kim. How are you? I think it's Alina. I know it's with an A, or at least I'm pretty sure your name's with an A. Amira, I was close. Oh. Well, hello, Amira. I wonder why the light's so bad. I don't know why the lighting. I'm going to fix some lighting. Hold on, guys. There, that's better. Much better. One more thing, okay? Watch out, baby. That's a little better, huh? Hi, Carolyn. Oh, I know you had to work today. I saw that in your video. You have fun at work, Carolyn. Okay, good. I'm glad it works. You guys are going to hear my son and his friend are here. We're drinking mimosas. We're having a good time, so you might hear them in the background. Oh, how fun, Kim. See you later, Carolyn. I'm turning it up, yeah. Yeah, my kid's only 22, so he says that. Oh, looks like I got blood or something. Oh, I don't know. I think I was eating a fudgesicle. Hi, Tammy. How are you, my sexy friend? I was eating a fudgesicle and I got it on my paper. Oops. I was eating the fudgesicle before the mimosa. That wasn't a good combo. The blood of my enemies. Oh, I'm so sad I have that. Wonder if I can get it out with some spit. I think it's the champagne that's getting it out. That's better. Oh, good, Tammy. I'm glad. Yeah, Tammy, I'm drinking a mimosa. My son and his friend are here. We're drinking some mimosas. We just had some yummy hamburgers. Yeah, I got it out. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. I just posted a video about my travel watercolor book, but gosh, I miss talking to everybody. And it just felt so lonely just sitting here. Mary, you get makeup on yours. Oh, it's great. I'll show you guys now. I learned it from Bunny Designs, Heather at Bunny Designs. I don't know if it's too close. No, that's good. It's just a photo album. And even with my bum hand, I have my water pen in the front, but then you just take a piece of paper. You know, I just took some 8x10 scrapbook paper, tore it out of the scrapbook, and then cut it in half long ways, and then made a little tab to put into the sleeve. And then you just put watercolor down, and you can take it off with a water brush or with a regular watercolor brush and water. And then you've got the plastic to keep, if it's wet, to keep it from making a mess. And I have over 140 swatches in this one book. And it closes up like a dream. I even have some 4x6 blank watercolor paper. I have cold press and hot press, so I can do some freehand work if I want. And I just can put this together and take it. Really awesome. So Bunny Designs, she's wonderful. She did hers a little different. She sliced her, cut the plastic in apart so that she had two, and so she had twice as much space, but then she had to tape her swatches in, and I thought it was easier for me to make it where it slipped into the pocket than trying to tape in each sheet into the spine. My hand wouldn't really allow me to do that. My son made this mimosa with cranberry juice and orange juice, so it's really yummy. It's got a little tartness. So what's everyone doing? I was gonna put down some background. You can hear the boys. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get, I can't see the chat right this second. I'm trying to get some background noise, and I can't seem to find it. The one I really like. Where is it? I've watched so many videos. There it is.
Let's start the story a different way. It was dark inside the wolf.
All right, here we go. I'll get back to you guys so I can see you. Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm currently listening to Becoming by Michelle Obama, and it's wonderful. I didn't know she narrated it or she read it, and it's beautiful. I love her voice. But I also listened or read Where the Crawdads Sing. Wonderful. And If You Tell, I read that one. Yeah, she's amazing. I love them both. I miss them both a lot. Oh, you know, I saw a movie about Coco Chanel, a documentary. Pretty sure, gosh, I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. Tammy, you're not up to a whole lot. Yeah, I haven't even really been going to live streams because, I don't know, it's so much easier for me to talk when I'm the host because I don't have to type. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, Amira. Man, this mimosa's yummy. Mmm. I honestly haven't drank since I was like 21 years old. I mean, I would have a drink, even on cruise ships and stuff. I wasn't drinking. And I have had more drinks in the last 3 weeks than I've had total since I was 21. So, and I'm 53 now, so that's what, 32 years? In 32 years, oh no, Amira. In 32 years, I've had less to drink than I've had in 3 weeks. It's just really helping me relax. I've had a lot of body pain, and I don't know if it's stress or, I mean, I'm home a lot, so I don't think that it's that. I just think I'm nervous about when I'll be able to go back and see the grandkids, and I think it's just our world is a little bit in upheaval, and it's just causing me to hold on. I think I did something. Hold on. Oh, it's reconnected. All right. It reconnected. I think it might have been when my phone rang. Sorry about that. Are you guys all good now? Okay. Yeah, but I also got a phone call, and I think it disrupted my connection. I feel that way too. I'm not, I'm not one to stress too much, and I'm usually pretty resilient, but I'm sure I'm holding on to some stress, some tension. And I've noticed that just because I have had so much pain. And just a little splash of something in my tea or coffee really helps. And I'm talking a little splash. I'm not much of a, I can't handle anything more than that. And I wish I could smoke marijuana, honestly, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's legal here in California, but it just knocks me on my butt. One little puff and I'm a zombie. It's just too strong, and I don't like the feeling of being high. And so I can, with a tiny bit of whiskey or champagne, I can, just get relaxed, but not get, drunk or high. And with marijuana, even a little bit. Now, if I ate an edible, I probably would be okay, but I don't know how much to eat. And, once I start gnawing on a Rice Krispie treat, I can't eat just a bite. I have to eat the whole damn thing, and then I'm just blasted. I'm just keeping it real here. Yeah, I honestly had never drank for the last 32 years. If I've had 10 drinks, I would be surprised. I always wanted to be in control. I know I'm a lightweight. I can't handle it. So I am very sensitive to all of it. And I was a single mom. I always wanted to be in control if my kids needed something. So it's just, I came from families of alcoholics, and I didn't want, it just wasn't for me. But so I have been kind of, like a little too, like, oh my gosh, I put whiskey in my coffee. Is there something wrong with me? Well, the weed nowadays is like super, super potent. It's so different than when I was in high school. I would much rather be around people who are on marijuana, though. I've had too many bad things happen with drunks. Alcohol can turn people horrible. And marijuana doesn't usually cause you to attack and fight and attack women and, you know, that kind of stuff. Marijuana just makes you want to be lazy and eat. That's how I feel. I always feel like I'm an upbeat person. I don't need anything to cause, you know, to get me up. I'm always up. I'm always happy. I'm always, you know, peppy and yeah, drunks can be terrible. I mean, I've had some experiences with people that do terrible things and blame it on drinking and much rather be around people that are stoned. Stoners are much nicer. Hi, Joey. How are you, my sexy friend? So nice to have everyone here. I just got this new book. It's her Fairy Celebrations. I know it's not new, but I just got it. I know she's coming out with another one. Hi, Pat. I know she's coming out with another new one this year, so I had been kind of behind in getting this one, and it's so pretty. I really like, you can see her graduation to, I don't know, I think her characters are cuter and they have softer features. I think she's just gotten better over the years. Oh, the picture is so bad. Is it bad for you guys? Oh no, Joey. Yeah, I agree. Pat, are you Cajun Sunshine? Is the picture quality bad? It's bad for me, but I think it's just my Wi-Fi. Now it's not even connecting. So I don't know what the screen looks like, but I can still see chat. You guys aren't buffering or anything, right? Yeah, I had purchased this just before the quarantine, but I did get it off Etsy, so it was, good. So it was expensive, but I really wanted it, and I just bucked up and got it. So I'm using polychromos. I really love the greens and the polychromos. I just think they're amazing. I mean, nothing compares to the greens and the Prismacolors. But the polychromos come in a good second. Actually, the Black Widows, the three different sets, they have good greens as well. Yeah, I just bought a package of toilet paper yesterday. Finally got some. Hadn't been able to get it and it was really expensive. I don't know why my picture is so bad. Guys, I'm going to be away from chat for just a bit. There we go. Yeah, I had to just refresh. I don't understand it. Did I tell you what I was going to invent? I'm going to invent an automatic toilet paper machine, like an ATM, and I'm going to call it Swipe and Wipe. Yeah, I don't know why either. That I noticed that someone mentioned it the other day. Oh, good, Kim. I really was thinking of taking a box and figuring it up, you know, because we have a very big homeless population in San Diego, and we can I can go down there and make people just swipe their card and take a few sheets. Oh no, Pat, are you Pat from Cajun Sunshine? Ooh. Hi, Rosemary. How are you, my wonderful friend? So good to see you. Oh, hi, Barb. Welcome. Oh, I'm so excited you guys are coming in. I think we need to get together. Oh, you are a different Pat. Okay. I couldn't remember what her last name was, and I'm like, wait a minute, did you change your name? Well, welcome, Pat. I appreciate you being here. To all those, my son and his friend are here, so you might hear them in the back. They made me a mimosa, so I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, thank you, Barb. Aren't they just a cute family? I mean, the fact that they have been together since they were 14. They had some periods of breakup, but you know, not very many families make it. I think so, Rosemary, especially with my mimosa. You know me, I'm already silly, so I'm just stretching a little bit. My back has just been so bad. So if you hear some snap, crackle, pop, that's just my back. No worries. Yeah, they're so adorable. Thank you so much, Barb. And that little Yum, that's what I call William. He's the middle boy, the second boy. He is just a pistol and so funny. So you're snap, crackle, and pop in there too, Amira? My sister has a step granddaughter called Amara, Amara. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm using a mimosa. Oh no. You're too young for that, Amira. You seem like you're pretty young still. You look young. You might just have that perfect skin. It didn't help that I had to unclog the shower drain. Oh, well, yeah, that was my problem. My body told me in no uncertain terms when I was 44 to stop working so much and doing so many bad things to my body, and gave me a stroke. I learned. Hi, Selena. How are you, my sexy friend? Happy Saturday. How are all the kiddos? I love watching your videos of your kids and your pictures. They look so happy. So I'm just, I swatched out, I know I had the swatch somewhere, but I swatched out all the greens because I do believe there's some colors that just don't go together. So I wanted to pull them out and get the leaves, but I think I went a little wrong with this bluish green. I don't think it goes with the others, but oh well. Oh, thank you, Barb. You're so sweet. I'm so happy you guys are here. It's so exciting. I really miss everybody, and I go on other streams, but it's so hard for me to type sometimes and to keep up, and it's so much nicer to be the one talking and not having to type. I can't believe my granddaughter is already 8 months old. And Yum, he's going to be 21 months old tomorrow. Well, today in New Zealand, it's actually the 12th. So, yeah, in 3 months, he'll be 2 years old. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't play games. I don't go on begging for things. That's not why I'm here. I have no desire to become a big channel. And I don't have a problem with people that do that. I just have a problem with people that go on playing the sad, woe is me, I don't have anything, expecting people to send them stuff. If I want it, I buy it. And believe me, I buy it. Something in the cereal. Oh, and that's great. I think you have an awesome show. I really like it. Yeah, Rosemary. I just think it's I think it's wrong. I think if you want to make a channel and you want to earn the respect, and if you want things that there's nothing wrong with that, but to go on and play the woe is me, I don't know. That's just not what I'm about. I'm about self-perseverance, and I know some people have challenges and stuff, but it's not up to other people to to take care of me. It's up to me. And but I'm different. I just don't like to hear the sad people. I like to, if someone's going to go on live, it should be for a positive, to get people happy, to get people to get away from whatever might be bothering them, and I just want it to be an escape, and and if you need to get something off your chest, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we all have hard times. Oh, well, you know what, Amira, you are on your way, because you have a really special show. And by all means, I don't think that you are out there begging for people to send you things at all. You have a great show, and I wasn't meaning, I hope you know that, to offend anyone. I'm just saying I like to keep it real. I like to be happy. This is, I may be having a bad day in other places, but when I would go to work, I would be happy. When I would come home from work, no matter how bad it was at work, I'd come home and be happy. There's just no reason. Life is too short to just be miserable all the time. And I had my share after the stroke of, losing my mind a little bit, but Yeah, I think you do. You really, first off, you have a presence in front of the camera that's amazing. I really like this mimosa. How fun. Yeah, I just finished my second Kirby page ever, my chameleon. Oh, good. Yes, I think it's very good. I agree with you, Rosemary. You know, still every night at 8 o'clock here in downtown San Diego, they're still hooting and hollering and honking horns. The police do their sirens. People are whistling and lights are flashing every night at 8 o'clock. It's just so awesome. It's really amazing that, hi, Mona. Yeah, unfortunately you can't. Hi, Beth Ann. Welcome. How are you? No problem. Work away. I love Chibi Girls. You know, I don't really go to the grocery store. My son has gone a couple times, but we've been able to get what we need. It just is sometimes taking a while. I was getting worried we weren't going to be able to get toilet paper, but I think we have enough now to get us through for another month. It's just me and my son. Mostly I'm more worried about doggy supplies. Oh, well, good for you. I know a lot of people are doing that. Taking the time to clean and organize. I'm home all the time, so this isn't a lot different for me. It's different in a way that it's different when you choose to stay home than when you're told that you need to stay home. Mira. That's so funny. I saw a meme that said people aren't shaking hands because of the coronavirus. I'm not shaking hands because people have run out of toilet paper. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, Beth, that's awesome. Ooh, I'm starting to feel the effects of that mimosa. You can fix me another little one if you want. Oh, okay. Well, we've had so much rain here in San Diego. It's insane. I can guarantee you we're out of the drought for sure. I mean, I don't know. I think California is always in a drought. But we have had so much rain the last month or so. And it was so bad this past stretch of rain that we had that one of the cities, Oceanside, got like 6 inches of rain. And one of the freeways that connects the inland to the coast flooded. And there's a picture of ducks swimming on the freeway. Oh, I'm so glad people are showing up because the last few times that I've streamed, people haven't come on, and I was like, where is everybody? I know they're home. So I'm glad that some people stopped in, and you guys are awesome. Make sure you watch that video of the, that's crazy, Mona. That is so crazy. Yeah, we don't get snow in San Diego. I'd be really worried if we did. That's so strange. I don't know what's going on with the notifications. Oh, well, that's so nice, Beth. Yeah, I really like to have an orderly house, and even my coloring supplies, I'm very organized and neat, and my house may not just be freshly dusted every day or anything like that, but it's always neat. It's always, the beds are made, things are put away, everything has a place. That's funny, huh, Mona? Yeah, my mom, my grandma, they taught me right. You'll always be assured that the linens in the bathroom are fresh and clean. The kitchen, the same thing. They won't ever be, you won't ever have to worry about drying your hands. Even though I buy a lot of coloring supplies, I'm not a hoarder. I don't buy a lot. I don't replace a lot of things. Like, I don't get new bedding all the time. I mean, I've had the same pots and pans for 30 years. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I can't go to bed if my house is messy. I just can't do it. Yep. You know, I read something that said if you get up and make your bed, it was a military person that said it. If you get up and make your bed every day, no matter what happens the rest of the day, you may not accomplish another thing at work, with your kids, anything, but when you go back into your room to go to bed at night, you'll have accomplished one thing. That is so funny, because my grandma used to say the same thing. Make sure you're wearing fresh undies. Yes, that, you know, if someone comes to your house, it may, like I said, you may not have just scrubbed the toilet bowl, but it's going to be put away, everything, nothing's going to smell bad, nothing's going to be out, you know, it's not going to be in disarray, and it's going to be presentable. And, you know, it's not even just for other people. They say a lazy person, ask a lazy person how to do something, because, you know, I like my house clean and I like it organized, but I also like my free time. So I find the best way to do it. And if you always put things away, in the end, you save time. Yeah, I definitely valued my downtime with 3 kids, and it was just, if I taught them that when you use something, you put it away, then it wasn't double the work. My aunt was single, no kids, and she did cleaned, you know, dentist's office. Hey there, Grace. Welcome, sexy girl. How are you? She cleaned offices at night, dental offices, doctor's offices, and she, had her own schedule. She can go whenever she wanted. Well, one Friday night, me and my current husband and my son, who was about 3 at the time, were sitting down eating popcorn, watching a movie on a Friday night. And she says, "Oh, I wish I had the," yes, this is Fairy Celebrations. She said, "I wish I had the luxury to, just watch a movie." And I'm like, this took a lot of work. It didn't just happen. I had to make sure that all week I kept up on the housework. I kept up on the laundry. I had prepared to make sure we had the food that we needed for the weekend. So this didn't just come by easy. It wasn't like I just fell into a nice, relaxing night. I mean, I was working 40 hours a week and had a 3-year-old child. That just didn't come up all by itself. It took some effort. And I remember being slightly offended by what she said and realized that she just had no clue. She's only 5 years older than me, so we're more like sisters. Oh, those ocean sounds are so relaxing. It makes you just want to, just chill out. I mean, I can see the ocean from my house, but I can't hear it. Okay, I think I am done with the green. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, and I think she just was clueless to, a regular 40-hour work week and what, how limiting that is versus having a self-employment when you only worked, you're on your schedule and you were the sole employee. You're so funny, Beth. Oh my gosh, I remember when I was a kid in the 70s and saw Jaws. I was scared to death of the ocean. Even walking on the sand, I thought a shark would just come and get me. You're so funny though, Beth. That's just a crack up. All right, let's see. What colors do I want? Well, I'm going to do the centers. So is there a color-a-thon next week? Yeah, me too. It's different. Downtown is a lot different, but I know everyone is still out there and alive because every night at 8 o'clock, everyone comes out and hoots and hollers and lets us know we're all in this together and we love San Diego and we're surviving, and it's really cool to listen to. It makes me proud to be a San Diegan. It's in support of healthcare workers and first responders. But I think it means a lot more than that too. It's just a show of solidarity. You can see in all the high rises. I'm in the heart of downtown, and you can see in the in all of the high rises, people flashing lights, and it's just awesome. It goes on for like 15 minutes. There are at some in some cities, and I know they were doing that in Italy. These are so cool. I love polychromos. Of all the pencils, I love the variety from Prismacolors, but I think polychromos are just my favorite. I love them. I don't know if they still have them, but in the UK, these are polychromos. In the UK, they have a store called Cult Pens. And if you spend 70 pounds, so that's about $80 to $83 in the States, you get free shipping. But they had these polychromo sets. These are the Anne Swan. I gave one set to my sister. They're the Anne Swan, so the colors are a little different than what's said on the tin. The tin is the regular tin, but I'll show you what colors come. And they ended up being less than $1 a pencil. So I ended up buying several of them as, replacements. I gave one to my sister, and then I have backups. Hold on. I don't know why this is taped so much. They're not the regular colors, so there's only one blue, and that's the indigo. But they're still beautiful, and for less than $1 a pencil, it's great for backups. And I think it was like $22 in US dollars. So I bought several of these. And what else did I buy? I bought a water brush. And I think that's what put me over 70. Oh, okay. I knew there was something. Yeah, they're really nice, and I just think that's a great deal. I mean, they're usually close to $2 a pencil, so it's a good price. So anybody that's interested, and then they had polychromos for a super good deal. I think I got, not polychromos. Inktense, the 72 set. I got the 72 set of Inktense for only $84. That's a pretty low price for all 70. The cheapest I had seen was $108 on Amazon. And so then they were delivered, for free. I haven't gotten them quite yet. Delivery's taking a little longer, but that's okay by me. I saved so much. But yeah, I was really happy I got these. Now, my sister works at Kaiser Hospital. She's been with them for going on 30 years, and it's pretty tough. And then my cousin is a paramedic in Nevada. Oh, sure. I'm sure you do, Amira. Oh, thank you. It's not that easy. I used to be right-handed. I had to start doing everything with my left hand. So, but I'll tell you what, now that I've been coloring for a couple years now, it is just like second nature to me to pick up a pencil with my left hand. Still not quite as comfortable for me to write or even sign my name, but coloring has become second nature. This is how it's supposed to be. But it took some time. I'm still having some trouble with watercolor and other mediums, markers. I just don't have the preciseness that, pencils are a lot more forgiving. If you jump with a pencil, it doesn't necessarily make a mark, whereas watercolor or marker will. So if I, am not holding a pencil, I don't know how to explain it. If I don't have good control, I know. Do you still work? Are you still working, Rosemary? Well, I applaud you. I was a teacher. I taught medical assisting. I was a medical assistant, and I was also a medical assisting teacher and medical terminology teacher, and I commend you, Rosemary, and I thank you for all that you do. I'm a vet. I was in the Army for 3 years, but I'll tell you, healthcare professionals, especially right now, are way bigger heroes than military, even police. And firefighters. The medical professionals are on the front lines and in the heart of it. And it's not even the risk of infection. It's the first off, the amount of work that has to be done, but the situation itself, it's constantly changing. Sometimes they don't know what's going on, and when you're trying to help people and you don't have the supplies that you need, and the government's not giving you the support that you need, it's frustrating. And then you have patients that are frustrated themselves and scared, but it's coming out as anger towards you because you're there. You're the one that's, standing in front of them, so they take it all out on you. And Rosemary, I applaud you. You're amazing. Oh. Oh, thank you. Well, I wish I had been in the medical field in the military. I was in the legal field, and it just didn't transfer to civilian life. Military law is just so different. So then I went into the medical field after, and I truly found my calling. It was where I wanted to be. I worked in a school nurse's office for a very large school district for many years, and I really loved it. I wasn't in that long. I was only in 3 years, and it was the best decision I ever made. I've always been, up until now, because of my stroke and I was disabled, I was always employable. I always had a job, and it taught me some life skills that are just priceless. And I did not have a hard time because when I went into the military, I wasn't forced to go. It was all by choice, and I reminded myself of that when times were tough. You can't just quit. You can't just tell your supervisor off if you're being mistreated. You can't just walk away. It's a lot different than civilian life. So it can get frustrating, but I would just remind myself why I was there. They try to break you. They try to make you conform. And even though you do have to conform somewhat, you can still be who you are. And I had a really great job. I was good at it. I loved it. And I didn't get to see the world. I wish I had, but I was too scared. I was only 19 when I went in, so I didn't want to leave. And I didn't want to leave the country away from my family, but now I wish I had. But when I got out, I adjusted just fine. But I think people that have been in for a long time, or people that maybe didn't fit into the civilian world first and then went in, either they were given a choice. I mean, there were people that were like, go to jail or go to the Army. If they didn't really have a choice, and let's say they stayed in for 20 years, they would probably have a hard time. But I think that's an individual case. I think people, you can find some people in general that don't handle change very well at all. Yeah, exactly, Rosemary. When after my youngest child was born and I went to go back to work, I got a job right away. But daycare was going to kill me. I had 3 kids, and I was like, I'm going to work and not even bring home half my salary. It's just not worth it. And I had the GI Bill, and I didn't have much longer on it, so I decided to go back to school, and I went to the local community college to start, and they said, okay, well, what do you want to major in? And I'm like, I don't know. And they had a medical assisting program, and you got your associate's degree, but it was also a certificate in medical assisting. Or you could get the certificate in medical assisting and then go forward. And it just sounded so interesting, and I just excelled going back to college as an adult. I wasn't ready for it as an 18-year-old girl. That's why I went in the Army. It was a better choice for me. I kind of made the decision last minute, but so I went, enrolled in that program, and I loved it, and I got a job right away. And then I had some problems with my current husband, and me and the kids moved out of the area, and I applied at the school district. My sister worked there at one of the schools as a receptionist, and they had a medical assistant position at every school. So I applied, and I got the job, and I couldn't believe how much I loved it. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I have never enjoyed a job so much as I did that. And then because of that job and my former positions as a loan processor and such, I was able to get my teaching credential in medical assisting and financial business and finance. So I got 2 different credentials. I could teach health science and what was it called? Health science and medical technology, I think it was called, or I could teach business and finance. And I mostly taught medical assisting and medical terminology. I really enjoyed teaching medical terminology. It's just amazing to see kids, they're basically learning another language, and to see how they go together and how you can have word parts that together make sense by the different word part meanings. It's pretty amazing. I really loved it, and I enjoyed teaching the class, and I made it fun for the kids. So I taught adults as well. The adults really liked it. So I did that for a while too, and then that's when I was doing too much. I was teaching, adults and high school kids, and I was a medical assistant at a middle school. So I was there for 6 or 7 hours a day, and then I would leave there and go teach at the high school, and then I would leave there and go teach adult school, and my body just said, no more. I was grabbing fast food on, between classes and smoking like a chimney, and bad. But I quit smoking. I don't eat fast food. I had lost 110 pounds. I've gained about 40 back. I try to live a more stress-free life. Yeah. And I was a single mom with 3 kids. Oh, I was going to school full-time too. I was doing online school at National University, which is extremely fast-paced. I was doing probably 2 research papers a month. That was insane. But that's, I've always dealt with stress that way, by keeping myself busy and not dwelling on things. I just, did, and I did what I needed to do, but it got to the point where, and I didn't like saying no. So when they needed an adult education teacher, I said yes, and yeah. It was a very big wake-up call, but boy, that took a lot out of me. Excuse me. Yeah, you need to make sure, Rosemary, that you're, and they say that nurses, healthcare professionals in general, they're so used to being caregivers of others, taking care of others, that they don't take care of themselves. They don't recognize it in themselves, what they would recognize in their patients. So you have to be extra special, extra cautious. You're probably already extra special. This center part of this flower, you probably can't see it, but it looks like a little hedgehog. It has 2 eyes and a nose, it looks like. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Yeah, I think you can kind of see it. You can see his little face. Oh, absolutely. And then I think second after you is teachers. Do you guys see the little face there? He looks like a little oval-shaped hedgehog. But it's just the center of the flower. It's funny. I have a shower curtain that's just a whole bunch of brown trees. It's just the branches. It doesn't have leaves or color. It's just brown. And I see pictures in it all the time. I see faces. I see people. I see all kinds of stuff all the time when I'm in there. I miss a lot of people that used to come in streams. We used to have so many people would come in, and we would just, I mean, not that I'm not having fun with you guys. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people that don't seem to come to streams anymore, and I miss them. Yeah, home should be a relaxing place, you know, make your bedroom a relax. I never laid in my bed and watched TV. I never eat in my bed. That was a place for me to sleep. And everybody should have a meditation room or a place that they go to and just, you know, it just is, you don't watch the news, you don't read the newspaper, you don't worry yourself with current events or anything. You just, you know, take care of yourself. I never knew how to do that. I don't know that coloring has definitely helped me, both the physical act of coloring and the shopping for coloring. I never had a hobby before. I've never done something so all-encompassing of a hobby as this. You know, I've crocheted before and I've crafted before, but never to this extent. I have never collected anything. I bought myself a couple of those reborn dolls because I love baby dolls so much. But I wouldn't really call those, you know, collecting. I wanted to hold them, pretend that they were babies. But that phase went out, you know, I don't have those anymore. But I've never had anything like coloring. That's just for me. That's that I enjoy so much. I wake up in the morning and want to color. It's awesome. I have to force myself to go to bed at night because I want to stay up coloring. I see all kinds of different mediums and different styles, and I want to try everything. And I'm okay with that, you know. I'm not run up debt. I pay my credit cards off every month, and I'm not taking money from anybody's mouths. It's, you know, my own money that I earned working on my hard my whole life. And it's, you know, so part of the therapy of coloring is the retail therapy. Absolutely. Have you colored in these books, Amira? She is such a great artist. She really makes it so easy to color. Are you here, Joey? Oh, yeah. Hers are a little different than Hannah Carlson, a little more cartoony, more on the fun side than not that they're serious, but they're more, I think you would have to you'd be more particular about the colors that you use in Hannah Carlson. These ones are much more free. They're flowy and they're just cute. They just have such cute pictures, real cartoony, and I love her work. You know, all 3 books or all 4 books are very similar, but I actually prefer these over Hannah Carlson. I like Hannah Carlson as well, but Hannah Carlson and Maria Trolle are a lot alike, I think. Oh, you're driving. Are you going shopping? Oh, probably nothing's open. Yesterday we have a Dick Blick store downtown, and my sister Shannon was here for several days. She was here for I think 5 or 6 days, 5 days. And we were like, oh yeah, we'll go to Dick Blick after my dentist appointment. And we're like, duh, everything's closed. Why do we think we can go to Dick Blick? We were able, my dog, I have a very old, he's old for a big dog. He's 75 pounds. He's a mutt, and he'll be 12 this month. And he's getting old. And we noticed that his ear wasn't right. He was shaking his head, and he's never had a problem with his ears because I also have a almost 13-year-old dog who's only 9 pounds, and she thinks she's his mom because he was brought in when he was only 11 days old. He had been abandoned at birth, so Pixie was almost a year when we got Max, and she, from the day he came home, she has cleaned his ears, and his ears have been just as pink as the day he was born. They're so beautiful. So never a hint of a dust mite or anything, but he ended up getting a yeast infection in his ear, and it could be from all this rain, and he must have gotten it wet inside and we didn't notice, and it festered and turned into a yeast infection. But so he had to go to the vet, and those are the only types of stores that are open, or grocery stores and the vet. I've colored in Jade Summer a lot. I have Chibi Girls, and I have I have a couple of Christmas ones, and I don't do mandalas very much. If I'm going to do a mandala, it'll always be a Christine Aldridge. I have quite a few Jade Summer. I've gotten so spoiled by coloring on good paper. Either I print it out myself, and a couple of Jade Summers I did get on PDF, so I can print them out, like the grayscale Chibi Girls. I love that I can print that one out on decent paper and color them. But I do love Jade Summer, and Jade Summer has a type of coloring book for everyone. If you can't find a style of coloring book from Jade Summer that appeals to you, then I don't think you'll find anything. Jasmine Beckett Griffith is also another one that I really love. But her paper, the paper in her books is, okay. I've colored in the Chibi Girls. There's a couple of vampires, but I'm not generally one to color a lot of vampires. For Halloween, I will. I like Molly Harrison, and she's got cutesy vampires. My vampires end up being, wearing pink capes and makeup. I don't know what I was saying. I forget. I do that a lot. All these little details that I forget, so I have to start and go quadrant by quadrant. I always want to color these ears green because they look so similar to these plants. So I keep wanting to color them like the leaves. I think, oh, here's some right here I missed. These are tinky tiny. But if they weren't colored and everything was done, they'd stand out like a sore thumb. And I am not going to try to color them varied colors. One color is all they need. All right. Now I think I'm done. Oh, that one. I've done this one so many times. I can't believe I keep missing. It's like your mind can't accept too much. I think I got it. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, a lot of people, and they love those, the Beauty of Horror books. I'm not much into those. I did get one of the Misfits books, and that was about the extent I could go with that kind of graphic horror kind of. Okay, let's see. I want to color. No, Kim, yeah, me either. I'm not much. I'm more about rainbows and bunny rabbits. And I like to color people. I just haven't done very many lately. But I do like it. I don't like horror movies. I get scared. I like lift my feet up when I get in bed because something's gonna grab my ankles, and when I'm in the shower, if I hear noises, I'm peeking out the shower curtain. I'm just certain there's gonna be someone standing there. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. And I always have been. Oh, those are supposed to be green. Oh well. I didn't even change color. Oh, I know you love mandalas. You do them so beautiful. Everything you've been coloring, Kim, is beautiful. Just gorgeous. Let's see if I can get these to, polychromos don't tend to blend. To me? Why is it thankful to me? You're an awesome colorist, Kim. Oh yeah, they'll blend. Polychromos don't tend to blend like Prismas do, but this little space is all I wanted, was a little pink highlight or a little pink blend. I wanted that red violet to give a little pink hue at the end. That's all I wanted. I don't ask for a lot. I don't think I asked for a lot. I remember I had so many Christmases where I got nothing for Christmas. I mean, not anything. Not a card, not a handmade thing from the kids, nothing. You know, this was when they were pretty little. And I looked at my husband and I'd be like, I mean, like, really? And one year I wrote a list, like, I'm such a simple person. I mean, you could buy me a pen. I love pens, you know, nice pens, not really expensive. Mont Blanc. Oh, I gotcha, Kim. Oh, well, I'm happy to have done that if that increases your artistry. I'm not talking Mont Blancs or anything. I'm talking like a, you know, a Pilot center of gravity or something, Dr. Grip or something like that. You know, I like a nice pen that you can refill, or, you know, hair clips or stationery. I love stationery and different blank cards in case I want to drop a note to somebody. I have a card, you know, handy. I like candle. I mean, just such simple things. I don't require a lot. But I would feel terrible that somebody didn't even bother to get me a card or, you know, paint a rock for me or something, you know? I just thought it was really shitty. And I remember, you know, writing a list, like, I'm simple, I'm easy. These are the things that, you know, I would be so happy to receive. You had a whole bunch of gaming controllers, huh, Amira? So they had gotten to misplaced. Actually started out really cold this morning. I mean, cold for here. My heater was even clicking on. And it was pretty chilly out. And but it's gotten to be a beautiful day. I'm sure it's still a little nippy out there for us, you know, big baby Californians, San Diegans. But a lot better than I thought it was going to. I hope it doesn't rain anymore for right now. Let everything, you know, we got so much rain after such, you know, long periods of not having rain. It doesn't even know how to soak up into the ground. So then we just get flooding. You guys leaving?
We're gonna go to the bakery.
Okay, honey. To the bakery?
Yeah,
What are you guys gonna get?
we're gonna get from Lucen,
Oh, yeah. I want an ear.
hopefully they have.
If I can't get an ear, you know what I like. I'm pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know why when you hit the three dots that you can't go to the person's channel. That changed like the day before yesterday. That's really weird. All right, so those little flowers are done. Oh no, I got some up here. Oh, I didn't even do the yellow. Darn it, I didn't see those. And down here, oh. There's one here. Oh, what's it called? Happy Easter, Mona. I hope you enjoy the day. Thank you so much for stopping in. Very appreciated. What was I going to say? I'm very appreciative. Whoa, I almost just screwed that up. You have a wonderful time. Hopefully you'll spend it with some family. And I heard that in New Zealand they were... the Prime Minister dubbed the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy essential workers. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm not much into anime, but my son is. But I will promise to check it out just because you recommended it. I actually don't watch any TV, really. Every once in a while I'll binge on a show, but most of the time I like to watch YouTube, color tubers, listen to a book on tape while I'm coloring, kind of escape. Ooh, I might have to go soon though, guys, because my leg is starting to really cramp up. We've already been here. We've already been on here an hour and a half. Hard to believe, huh? It just cracks me up how fast time goes. flies by when we're having fun. I know I haven't been all that fun. I can't color and be all animated. I don't know. I gotta get used to this. I'm not really a star in front of the camera. Or under the camera, I guess that's what I am. How does a cat like their steak? Does anyone know? How does a cat like their steak? Rare. You're right, Amira. My husband sent me that in a text. First off, he just learned to text. And he is so funny. He's really changing at his old age. We're really not exes. We're still married. He still comes and hangs out for the weekend. He was here this past week. He's a landscaper, so he couldn't work much with all the rain. And my sister was here, and she was making dinner every night. So it's just pretty cool to have but we can't live together. We're married, but we don't live together. And we actually have been together since, 1994, but we didn't get married until 2008 after we had 2 kids. Anyway, we have a very odd relationship, and he's a very peculiar man, I'll say. And he just cracks me up when he sends me these texts. But that was one of the last he sent me. I had never heard it. I have to tell you this story before I go. My grandmother worked as a waitress way back, probably in the early 50s, maybe even the 40s. And she would have a gentleman come in, and now they had just a cold steak. It wasn't frozen, it was just cold. And he told her to heat up 2 plates, get them really hot. Then when they were heated, to place 1 steak on the hot plate and then cover the plate and the steak with the other hot plate and serve it to him. And he let it sit there for a few minutes, and then he ate it. And it was basically only cooked to the temperature of 2 hot plates put together. And I'm talking not hot plates like the kind you can cook on. I'm talking about plates that were heated. And that's how he ate his steak. Now that's pretty rare. Yeah. Well, it's probably a little healthier back in the day because, cows were actually eating what they were supposed to eat. In New Zealand, their eggs are like bright orange. And I finally realized that it's probably the yolk on an egg from New Zealand is, instead of being a yellow yolk, it's almost orange. And I finally realized it's because they're probably eating the proper food. They're not eating the proper food here, and thus, their eggs would be different. I would imagine that they're getting the proper nutrients and the right food consistency, and their butter and milk is super yummy. Cheese, butter, milk, oh, it's all better there. Polychromas just do not blend. They layer wonderfully, but they do not blend. That looks beautiful. Just what I wanted. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Oh, I forgot a whole petal. I love this color. This is crimson. I love this color. All right, I'll do these other 3 flowers and then I'll probably go. Are you talking about the milk coming from an emu? I heard camel milk is supposed to be really good and good for us. But I don't know. I've never met a camel in person. I do find it quite hysterical that most of us wouldn't want to drink human milk. Human milk sounds just creepy. But we'll all drink the milk, or, a lot of us will drink the milk from another animal. But the thought of having, human milk ice cream or butter or anything, and we're like, what? It's quite interesting. An emu. I don't know why I was thinking of not a bird, what was I thinking of? Not an emu, there's an animal that I can't think of what I was thinking of. What is it called? What's the one that's not like a llama? I mean, it's like a llama, but not a llama. Oh, sure. What's the animal that looks kind of like a llama? Not a yak. No, not a yak. It's something else. It's funny that you said yak because I said yak. It's a now all I can think of is emu, and I know an emu is more like an ostrich. It's a oh my gosh. Maybe it is a yak. I don't think it's a yak, but I heard yak's milk is good. Oh, how fun. Well, you enjoy, Barb. Thank you so much for coming on. Oh, no, we're buffering. Am I in the buff? Well, thank you for joining us, Barb, and I really appreciate you supporting my daughter by going on there and watching her video or videos. It's so sweet of you, and they're so cute. I know that I'm partial, but I just think they're so adorable. All of them. I've been telling them for months to do it. I'm like, you guys have a unique situation that people would be interested in. And I know they've had over 600 views, so. All right, well, if everyone's buffering, then I will say goodbye. And thank you so much for coming, you guys. I really appreciate it. Bye. Happy Easter tomorrow. I hope you enjoy yourselves with your family. All right, everyone. Take care. Stay sexy. Bye.